Hey Aries, how are you today?
Welcome. Well, we are starting with the card of the day from the Sherilyn Harnish's Return to Spirit deck. It's an amazing deck, and today's card is Worthy. And that's actually coming out a lot lately. And I think, I think there's a bigger message to it than just what I'm going to read you in the book, because what I'm going to read you in the book is true. If you live from the truth that Spirit put inside of you. That's what makes us worthy. And I think we're coming to that realization. And that worthy, we have to remind ourselves because of the reflection of what we bring. Because until we feel it, Spirit's going to keep bringing that discourse and heartache until we finally reach that breaking point, that final dark night of the soul.
It says I am.
Yeah. Or we could just learn from love. Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but okay. Worthy. You are one of the loving spirits who's come to be in service to humanity. One of them. We all actually have. Not only service to humanity, but service to the earth. This strong desire and need to give to your fellow man is embedded deep within your soul's blueprint. Yes, it is. You play an important role in the cosmic plan. Hate to tell you, but it isn't just you that your decisions have a,
And I have an effect on.
yeah. This card has come to you today as Spirit's way of giving you a much needed reminder that you hold a great worth and value. You can no longer question whether you are worthy or if you have value in this world. We all look to our physical world for confirmation. We question whether we are good enough, wanted, needed. We want the world to tell us that we are doing well and that it wants what we have to offer. But your value and worth cannot come from anyone or anything outside of you. Just as you are right now in this moment, you are enough. It's time for you to begin to understand your own worth and value. Spirit is asking that you start right now to understand just how important you are. And I'm just going to tell you, once you realize this, you can't help but fall deeply in love with every other person that walks the planet. No matter who they are or how mad you get, you still have that love and that understanding. Begin by asking yourself, how much would you value someone who was kind to you as you are to others? Now, we all have a choice. Some of you are not so kind. Some of you are not so worthy. And those of you, you know who you are. It's time to become worthy. Spirit's moving. If you met a person whose inner heart was as caring and loving as yours, would you value them in your life? If someone gave to you as you give to others, would you value it? Of course you would. You need to see yourself. See just how valuable you really are. Your worth does not come from what you do or how you behave. Your worth comes from the fact that you are part of the God source. Once you fully realize this, you'll play an invaluable role in helping others discover their own worth too. True
Okay.
statement.
So we're going to start with the Moonology card. And you got Void of Course Moon. And it says that nothing will come of this situation. When I started laying these cards down, I had to sit back for a second because Aries, you have been going through some major stuff right now. When I shuffled the Enchanted Map, I had 2 cards fall out. The first card is Coming Apart, and the second card is Mountain. What you've been going through has felt like it has been completely ripping you apart. I can only assume that it is a relationship, a love relationship, or could be
like all the way around.
Could be a financial relationship, but I'm more drawn to the intimate relationships in your life right now. The thing about this mountain, there's a cave right in the middle of it that's taking you up to the eyes in order that you can see things from a different perspective. So you're starting to change your views. You're starting to pull the swords away. You're starting to see the things that haven't been quite so easily seen or that you've been overlooking for the sake of the relationship or the situation, or things are going to get better, they're going to get better. The Knight of Cups, the energy is changing. He's upside down. He's moving a lot slower. He actually kind of has put on the brakes and said, you know what? Stop all this. And an Ace of Wands, that's a masculine energy that is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. But once you clear all that away, once you finish coming apart, once you get to the top of that mountain, you've got the world at your fingertips. And you can do and be and become, with the lessons that you've learned, anything that you choose to. Alice, what do you have to add?
Aries. Oh, honey. Well, you've been on a voyage. And, you know, Aries, I feel like lately not too much has gone right for you. And I think you've had to sit back and pull your energy back and walk away from a lot of things lately. And it's caused you a lot of heartache. Not only in the love department, but also financially, because I don't have reverses. I have the upside down. Actually, when she came out, she was right side up because I had the deck upside down. And I was like, wait a minute, something's weird here. I actually like the other way better, and that's an option. And I feel like that happened for a reason. Because the other way is basically this is all here. And we realize that there's just some victories we should not have. Now, what I feel like is going on here is you feel like you've lost your power because not only did you fall in love, but this feels like a kind of a codependent energy without the devil being here. But we do have an emperor and the king and queen of swords here, which is divine pair. So you were dealing with somebody quite unreasonable that held back and they were more a victory at all costs, and I don't know. This card just don't feel good to me. It usually feels really good to me. But when I read it on the 3D level, I don't like it because this means that you've been ran over. And I think somewhere along the line you found your voice and you walked away. It's caused you a lot of heartache and pain and doubt whether or not you're worthy. Now, the following energy is all about abandonment and being afraid of the unknown. That's a hard energy to live in. I've been there most of my life, and I'm finally coming out of it. And it's a hard struggle, but that card came out for a reason. And I'm just looking at a few here. Whatever's going on between you two, I do believe that there's a struggle, that some kind of misunderstanding, both get defensive because there's certain things we just don't want to see, maybe we don't want to look at. But Spirit's telling us the truth, and we don't want to see. But the thing about it is, when that moon shines, what's in shadow becomes light, and you can't see, and you can't ignore. That 7 of Wands is all about defensiveness. See that? This is not a good place to be in. It sucks, and it sucks when you get there. That's fight or flight, baby. All I can say is if you stop and you understand that life is all about co-creation, it isn't just about you, it isn't just about them. But it is about you in spirit, and it is about understanding that you are worthy. And what's inside of you, Spirit needs you to quit doing this shit to each other and yourself. Because when you do, you're doing the same thing to it. I'm going to pull a card for the outcome. It's time to give up those burdens, baby. It's time for you to see. It's time for you to see. Do you see what he's looking at there? You're seeing the castle. You're seeing the truth. You're seeing where you belong. That's Spirit's people right there. That's truth. That's justice. That's honesty. That's love. That's stuff people can't handle, but it's inside of us all. And we've been trained. We've been trained. We've been trained to hurt instead of heal. We've been trained to take honesty and plug it down. We've been trained to cause this. And it's time for all of us to see this. Not just Aries. It's time for a new beginning. See that happy faced man right there? Yeah. That's a good sign. It's all in our hands. And when you rise, we all rise. And from what I'm seeing here, it's time to rise because we are worthy. There's beauty inside us all. I think it's time to find it. And it's coming. Yeah. There's change. It's time for a new beginning. This is where we're going, guys. Let's give all this up. Understand who you are to spirit. Once you understand who you are to spirit, and you become that person it needs you to be, all this goes away. And we're all shedding layers. It's a journey, and we need to do this together. And I believe we can.
I believe so too.
If you ever need to talk, our website is on our YouTube channel. You can go to Authentically Alice on Facebook. You can go to Dusk to Dawn on Facebook, Tarot Readings and More on Facebook. You can go to
The merging of Authentically Alice and Dusk to Dawn
on Facebook. That's co-creation, by the way. That's understanding co-creation and the possibilities when you do it right instead of what we've been trained to do. It's time to understand the truth of us all, which is a beautiful thing. Just live from there. Because you're worthy. Blessed be blessed. Namaste.